Lesson 3, topic converting between forms, learning target. I can convert a linear equation in point-slope form to slope-intercept form. So point-slope form comes from a coordinate point and slope. Whereas slope-intercept form still uses that slope, but also has a y-intercept. Now, y-intercept is also a coordinate point, but it's a specific coordinate point. Your y-intercept is the coordinate point where your x is 0. And not every coordinate point that we would be given gives us that. So sometimes when we're given 2 points, we write it in point-slope first, and then put it into slope-intercept form so we can use that form for other things like steepness and our parallel and perpendicular lines. So to start with our practice, we're just going to start by converting an equation from point slope to slope-intercept form. So here you can see we have an equation in point slope form, and we are going to change that so it looks like y equals mx plus b. Now to do that, we have to start with distributing because we want to get rid of these parentheses. But because we can't do x plus 5 because they're not like terms, we're going to distribute. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And then negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And we still have this y minus 6. So y minus 6 equals negative 4x minus 20. Step 2, make the equation y equals. If I look right here, right now it says y minus 6 equals. I want that to just be y equals, which means I need to undo minus 6. I need to get rid of that minus 6. The way to do that is with a plus 6. Plus 6 on both sides. And we get y equals negative 4x. And then negative 20 plus 6 is negative 14. One thing to note, your slope of m should always be the same. So right here we see our m was negative 4 when we started, and our m is still negative 4 at the end. That slope should never change. It should always be the same. One more practice problem. I would like you to try this on your own. Follow the steps, distribute, and then make the equation y equals, and check your answer in Edpuzzle. All right, last example. We're going to put together the pieces from lesson 2 and this lesson all into one. So we're going to have to, first off, write our equation in point-slope form before we can convert it to slope-intercept form. Our instructions are write an equation for the line in slope-intercept form. So we want to get it so that it looks like y equals mx plus b. But the information that we're given is just 2 coordinate points, and neither of those coordinate points is that b, that y-intercept. So we have to go through all of our steps. The first step is to calculate the slope. So we are going to label our coordinate points. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Now that those are labeled, we can plug in the numbers into our formula. We have y2 minus y1, so negative 3 minus negative 5. y2 minus y1. Do the same with our x's. We have x2, negative 2, minus x1, negative 1. Now remember, we can use our calculator to calculate the slope, so I would like you to do that right now and check your answer in Edpuzzle. So when you did that, you should have gotten negative 2 for your slope. Now we want to write an equation in point-slope form. So we need y minus y1, so that is negative 5, equals m, which was negative 2, times the quantity x minus x1, which was negative 1. Now that we have written our equation in point-slope form, we can convert it into slope-intercept form. Before I do the distribute step, I am going to rewrite this equation undoing those double negatives. So y minus negative 5 would be y plus 5 equals negative 2 times x minus negative 1 would be plus 1. Now that I've rewritten that, we can do our steps. We distribute, so we do negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2. And then that y plus 5 is still the same. And then we want to make our equation y equals, which means I have to get rid of this plus 5. How do I get rid of plus 5? With a minus 5 on both sides. Y equals negative 2x. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. So there is our equation in slope-intercept form. That is all your notes for today. Go ahead and move into your practice.